Because if someone in America is sick, they can make someone else sick. It does not matter where you're from. It does not matter the color of your skin, the texture of your hair, the way you speak, your level of education. We all need to have access to quality, affordable health care as a baseline. Yes, yes?
Yes. When health care is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Louder! When health care is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
One more time so they can hear you in there. When health care is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Let's do this. And hopefully this is the last time we have to do this. Let's go. Let's fight. Let's win.
We are not safe until all of us are safe. In case you were wondering, as many as 68,000 people are expected to die as a result of if the ACA were to be repealed. We cannot allow that. We've already seen 234,000 people die because of COVID. We cannot allow this increase to happen.
If the ACA is struck down because of the way that our healthcare system is set up, myself and millions of other young people, a lot of whom I see here today, will lose access to care, from physical health care to the mental health care that most of us need to survive this country. The minute the ACA is struck down, I am floundering.
Que destruye lo que tenemos ahora sin ninguna opción viable para reemplazarla. El minuto que la ACA se destruye, nos quedamos sin nada.
Healthcare is a fundamental human right. It is extremely cruel to even consider repealing the ACA during a pandemic. My name is Ha Tang, and I'm with Naugatuck, Virginia. We work with Asian Americans to achieve justice. A few weeks ago, I had to rush my uncle to the ER because his legs, face, and stomach were swollen. He had trouble walking and breathing. A few x-rays later, we learned that excess fluid had built up in his body because his heart was failing. He is one of the people in my family on ACA. He is now slowly recovering. His workplace used to provide health insurance, but they eventually stopped to cut costs. He was then without health care insurance until the ACA came into effect in 2010. I would like to share with you a phrase in Vietnamese, "Sức khỏe là vàng," which means health care is gold. This emphasizes on the value of healthcare in our lives. Money may get you a lot of things, but you cannot buy good health. I am here today because the ACA gives me a peace of mind that my family can receive healthcare. Healthcare is for everyone. Healthcare is a fundamental human right. We're gonna try a call and response. I'm gonna say healthcare for who, and you're gonna say healthcare for all. So healthcare for who?
Healthcare for all!
Healthcare for who?
Healthcare for all!
For who?
For all!
Wow! Thank you, everyone!
Get it together, increase peace. Hate speech, cease the weather. I speak like Tamika Mallory when I'm fed up. The generation speaking now, listen and keep your head up. For years hit their knee and our neck, it wouldn't let up. The kids that kind of look like me, they left us sped up. Don't fall for that okie doke trick, that's just a setup. You want it? Go get it, it's yours, don't ever give up. For my ancestors who shed blood and fought back their masters. Stop in that cycle, ending those chapters. All lives are supposed to matter. Black lives too, you just can't forget that fact. And now we dealing with corona, protesting over the world from DC to LA and Minnesota. Riots, the streets is on fire in California. Bias, whatever they teach you, they misinform you. The signs is burned, the numbers, I'm here to warn you. The violence is all outside on every corner. These signs is racing and quiet, speak up for mourners. The guidance, I take it to heart for my supporters. For my ancestors who shed blood and fought back their masters. Stopping that cycle, ending those chapters. All lives are supposed to matter. Black lives too, you just can't forget that factor.
Yes! Zaya! Yes! She can't hear you!
Yeah! Healthcare for all!
Yes! Yes!
Instead, I believe that everyone deserves the right to access health care, even if they were born with pre-existing conditions. It is stunning that after making so much progress towards achieving this goal, we are now on the cusp of limiting access to health care rather than taking steps towards expanding Medicaid
and other programs that will ensure that everyone has access to the health care they need. I believe that the voice of the American people who just voted in overwhelming numbers to support the ideals of compassion and that every life has value should be heard. I believe that the Supreme Court should not be making policy. After 4 years, no viable alternative to the ACA has been proposed. The ACA must stand. Claire deserves better. We all do. That there are 4 million, that's 4 million children uninsured in the United States today. That trend is shamefully increasing, reversing a long-standing trend of improvement in coverage for kids. The ACA was one of the key policies that improved the numbers of children with health insurance. Every time the ACA is weakened or threatened, a child is hurt. We should be working to expand coverage for kids, not threatening it with legal challenges.
That's right.
And it's not just the direct coverage for children that is so important. Having good maternity care, something I will mention that is severely lacking in Southeast DC right now, can avoid long, painful NICU courses. Young adults are still able to be covered by their parents' health insurance, allowing them to grow into maturity unburdened by crushing medical debt. And children benefit when their parents and families have health insurance too. Less worry about insurance means more attention on education, better social and emotional development, even more food on the table. I, along with my mother, am a survivor of COVID-19. And I was one of the lucky ones. I'm young, it didn't affect me that much. My mother, she struggled a little bit more with it, but as a family, we knew that we had the access to the healthcare we needed. And I knew that my healthcare would be covered by my parents' insurance. Now let's say the ACA is repealed, and either me or my mother get sick in the future. We can now be denied healthcare coverage because COVID-19 would be classified as a pre-existing condition. And there are almost 10 million other people like me who have survived COVID-19 that would now be in the same situation. That is 10 million people like me that would no longer have security in their healthcare coverage. That's scary and quite frankly unacceptable.
Shame.
As a future doctor myself, I am fighting to ensure that I'm not going into a healthcare field that discriminates, one that decides who gets to live a healthy life and who doesn't. Do you guys know how many people have gained health insurance because of the Affordable Care Act? It is 20 million more people. That is 20 million more people in this country that will have better control over their health and their wallets because they now have coverage. That is,
I am still here, and it's with the determination, persistence, and resilience that I'm telling y'all that this is not one fight that we can afford to let anyone else worry about. We are the only ones. We are here, standing here right now in the middle of a pandemic, recession, and so many other hardships that people are facing. But we are still here, and we're still listening to each other because we understand that healthcare is a human right. Can I hear you guys say that? Healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right. Yes. So, thank you. Like, seriously. We had Zaya here rapping. Oh my gosh.
I think like every other speaker here, I would encourage everyone to say, healthcare is a human right. Can I get everyone to say that? Healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right.
To all of you who intend to continue to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, we say, and repeat after me, no more disparities.
No more disparities.
Where's your moral clarity?
Where's your moral clarity?
Answer the call.
Answer the call.
Medicare for all.
Medicare for all.
Again, no more disparities.
No more disparities.
Where's your moral clarity?
Where's your moral clarity?
Answer the call.
Answer the call.
Medicare for all.
Medicare for all.
When health care is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When health care is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When democracy is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When democracy is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Stand up, fight back.